G'day folks. Well, over the years we have filmed hundreds of incredibly talented people across the world. Many of these artists have gone on to produce their own videos as well. We hope you enjoy this great lesson from one of our Colour in Your Life artists.
Tidy up back here. And find my way using broad marks, thin marks, varied marks, finding little foam holes. Trying to describe the rhythm of the wave itself. Press them in, because if they float on, they need to be part of, they are floating on top, but they need to be integrated in. You don't want them just to be squiggly lines and look like squiggly lines. You want them to be believable as patterns of foam. And you can see how all of the underneath work now is serving its purposes. I haven't got to this yet, but I will have to attend to that very shortly, but not quite yet. Just quieten down some of those colours now. Have a little look. Bit messy here, so I might just chop it up a bit. With the colours that I've already used. Just to draw the eye back into where I want it to go, not sort of stuck out there. Better. Okay, now I think I'll have to attend now to the wave itself. Or to the froth anyway. To come further forward, I might also just change the temperature here and there of some of those little foam drags. Just for interest and variety. Might even put some little holes in here again for interest and variety. I think that's a lot more interesting than just that shiny bit, so might do a bit more. Got to be careful once you start on, I'm going to do a bit more, you end up losing the whole lot and having too many spots and dots. But I certainly think that that works. This one needs to, let's just take it up into that area there. Bit too stripy. Okay, liking what's happening there now. Now, the apron itself have to just connect it in a little bit. Now it is whiter obviously than the sea itself, but you've got to get some of the sea elements in there, into the froth and bubble and stuff. relatively translucent area. I think that's a wee bit bright, as is that. Some of the greys, some of the purple has to go in as well. So all of this has to just be established, so then we can get the lights on, or then I can get the lights on top. So I'll mush it in, because foam or froth and bubble is soft and diffused. It's not just little spots here and there. I'm not worried about that mess up in the sky. Setting the scene. Okay, now I need to come along and work out the colouring. Will it be a warm? I think it needs to be a warm. I think that's quite nice. That's a lighter version of the Australian grey than I was using before. So now I can find little bits and pieces. Coming along the back. Soft stroke though. It has to be diffused. You don't want it just a hard mark. Just a bit of it can travel down into there. Tidy that up a bit. Softening. Maybe just getting some light. No, I think it needs to be dark actually. That's better. There's a nice open happening. Just using the side of the pastel to find our way through into the base of the wave of the foam apron. Come back and get some more darks in around under the edge. I think I need to connect it through a bit more, looking a bit disjointed. And and maybe even connect it through further down. And remembering that we're going to get this lovely light area here, which will then talk to the stuff that is above. So I've got to remind myself of that. A few more little foam holes. Just to tie it down. Deepen and darken. Lighter area just through here. And I think in this case, I think for the sake of my painting, I need to just connect some of these foam pulls from that side through. Okay, now I think we're almost there in that area. I can now come back and have a look at the rocks themselves. Okay, nice strong structure. Got to consider the light is coming this way, and they have to be different from the sea colours, but they have to incorporate some of the sea colours in, because they're wearing the wetness of the waves. Can just use some charcoal. Charcoal's a great blending stick. It ties all the colours together for you. I'm certainly not wanting to do blending in the rocks. Not with my hand anyway, and so I'll use the willow charcoal just to tie everything. Might put a bit more green in there rather than that purple. The purple's a little bit distracting. Needs some of it, but not as much apparent in as I had. Now, need to think a bit harder on this rock shape here too. The green in with it, and I'm going to chop that rock up a bit. Could get a little brush, just lift bits back. If you've got sort of carried away, just lift it back a bit and then come in with your colours behind and find your shapes again. Perhaps change the direction in which I was applying that pastel. think changing some of that shape. Sometimes you've just got to resolve issues as your painting takes shape, it takes on a life of its own, so you've got to listen to that painting and what it's telling you that it needs. It says, oh, I need a bit of green here or a bit of balance and of colour or value, well then you put it in, regardless of what the photo's got. Now I might just also strengthen just the edges here and there by coming back with that light grey. There would be foam dribbles of water dribbles coming through and over. Don't want too much though. Little spills coming in amongst the rocks, and again I'm using this lovely grey kind of colour. I might just put a little foam hole here and there, make little footprints through the foam. Okay, we're pretty close now, just to be able to come in and get this life down in this area here. And just establish with some underpainting. Okay, now we're coming in with the lovely light, and I want to be able to find my way. This is my lead-in area here. This where I'm working now is my lead-in. So I want to be able to come, this will stay a little bit darker, and this will be the area where I find my way through into my picture plane by the foam holes. And go slightly into the strained grey as opposed to the light. And that can be the lightest light in this area. Warm up a bit of this. It's a bit too cool, isn't it? Almost there. Soften that off. And I think just find a few touches of light. Bit too strong. sit back and have a good look. If anything, there's a bit of a hole there. I think I'll close that one up. I think for the sake of the exercise, that's just about done, apart from a signature. Let's get rid of some of these chunks of pastel that are sitting up above everything. And time to consider if it needs anything else. I don't think so. What colour shall I sign it in? Maybe a purpley colour. Either a green colour in this corner or a purpley colour. That may be a green colour over here. And I'll take all the rubbish off so we can see it. And there we have a wave.